Hi, and welcome to the Adult Day Program fitness class this week. Thank you for joining me today. We're just going to talk about a couple guidelines before we get started. So essentially, when you're doing any physical activity, what you want to do is make sure that you're properly dressed for the activity. So loose-fitting clothing, proper footwear, make sure that the room temperature is not too hot or too cold. Essentially, you want to make sure that you have the right equipment. So again, proper footwear is important. So you're going to wear a pair of runners or walking shoes while you're doing the exercises. Very important to work within your own capabilities. So essentially, you know yourself better than anybody else. What you want to do is, again, try the exercises, but if it's too difficult for you, then again, we'll try to give you modifications to make it easier or potentially harder for you. What we're going to do right now is start with a little bit of a warm-up. You're going to see behind me when I get in the chair, I have various implements that we're going to be making use of. If you have those items, perfect. If not, there's going to be lots of options for doing the exercises, whether you have the equipment I have here or not. And most of it you should be able to find in your household. The other thing to have on hand that would be great is a bottle of water or a cup of water. You might become a little parched or whatnot while you're doing your workout. It's a very good idea to keep hydrated, especially when you're doing physical activity. Okay, so let's get ready to start our warm-up. I'm going to walk back to the chair. You're going to see that I have a couple implements there. So a pillow, a bender ball, some light weights, some cans that will be used in place of light weights, and I think that's it. Okay, so what we're going to do is start with a quick warm-up period. So essentially, before you do any strenuous activity, you want to gradually increase core temperature, warming up your muscles, ligaments, tendons, and lubricating the joints. So we're going to start with just a very simple march. So one foot up, followed by the other. You're going to sit up nice and tall, chin into your chest a little bit, and try to focus on that proper posture. Good. Excellent. So a nice little pace to start with, and then we'll gradually pick up the pace. Excellent. So very simple movements. Again, it's not how quickly you do something, it's making sure you have the proper form. Good. Now we're going to walk in and out. So right foot out, left foot in, right foot in. 1, 2, 3. Good, excellent. So let's keep the activity going. We're just moving the joints. Good, excellent. You should feel that core temperature start to rise. You might sweat a little bit, and that's why we have our water and our loose-fitting clothing on. Good, heel taps to the front and back. Excellent. Just press that heel out, extend your foot. Good. And again, focus on your posture. You want to be trying to sit straight up and down, chin in a little bit to your chest and look straight ahead. Good. Perfect. Good. And toe taps. Alternating legs. Good. Excellent. We're going to get things a little bit more intense here. We're going to do a seated walk, which is a little bit more difficult. So very similar to what we started with, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to lift your leg up and then switch to the other side. So you're actually taking your glute off the chair and you're moving your weight onto one side. Good. Simulating what we do when we walk. Good. Perfect. And this should get the blood pumping pretty good. Excellent. Good. And we're going to go back to our standard march. Excellent. Keep those legs moving. You should be starting to feel it a little bit in the larger muscle groups in your legs, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, maybe even your calf muscles. Good. And back to our seated walking. Good. If you have a chair that's fairly stable and has the armrests, make sure you make use of those just to keep yourself planted in the chair. Excellent. And back to our standard march. Good. Posture up, chest up and out, chin into your chest. Excellent. And a couple more walking seated movements. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last one. And back to our march. Good. You might be feeling a little bit warmer than when we started, and that's great news. Essentially, that means we've done a pretty good job at warming up the lower body. Now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the upper body muscles. Okay, so you can stop your legs, sit up nice and tall again. What we're going to do is start by touching our knees, touch our hips, shoulders, and up above. Back to our shoulders, hips, and knees. Perfect. Now, it doesn't matter how high you reach up. If it hurts, you want to limit the range of motion so it doesn't. So forget the adage, or the old adage, no pain, no gain. We're just trying to get our muscles and ligaments and tendons all warmed up and get them ready for more vigorous activity to follow. Okay. Perfect. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to feel a little bit warm myself, which means the warm-up is doing what it's supposed to do. Excellent. Good, and we'll do a couple more of these and then we move on and we'll focus specifically on the shoulders and the wrist joints. And last one, up and over top. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do is put your arms straight out ahead, and I want you to move your palms down facing you, and then back up. And again, if this is a painful movement for you, we don't want to continue to do it just because I'm doing it. We want to essentially modify so that you can do it. So even if it's smaller movements like so, and you're not really going to the full extreme of your range of motion, that's fine. Good. So while you're doing your exercises, whatever it is, you never want to hold your breath. So breathe in and breathe out every repetition. Excellent. Good, and a couple more of these. Good. Arms out to your side. We're going to start with small circles moving forward. You can see very tiny movements and we're going fairly slow. We always want to be slow and controlled and very deliberate with our movements. Good. And a little bit larger. Good, and as big as you can. And again, if this is painful, we're not doing it. We're modifying the range of motion so it doesn't hurt. Good, and then smaller movements. Excellent. Great. So at this point, you should be pretty warmed up. We're about a third of the way through the program. What we're going to do right now is take a break, grab a sip of water like I will here, just to make sure that you're well hydrated for the next part. What we're going to do is start with the lower body muscles first. So essentially, we'll start lower down in your feet and your ankle area. We're going to press up on our tiptoes, contracting the calf muscles, and then slowly bring our heels back down to the ground. Now the idea, if possible, we're going to try to do 2 sets of 15, slow and controlled. Good. And this is 6, up and down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one. Good. Take a little breather here. We're going to talk about our next set of this specific exercise. So if you do have some small weights or cans like so, even water bottles work really well. You can add a little bit of resistance by just holding those on your upper thigh, not on the knee joint, and you're going to do the exact same movement. So you're going to press up and back down, and that just adds a little extra resistance or work for the calf muscles to move, and it's going to make your workout a little bit more difficult. Excellent. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. And we can put our weights or cans down on the ground. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to try to work the opposing muscle group. So we're working our calves, the lower part of the bottom part of your leg, the posterior side. Now we're going to work the anterior side. So essentially the movement is the reverse. So we're going to bring our toes up towards our shins and then back down to the ground. Now again, this is a very small range of motion or movement. Essentially, there's just not as much ROM in this area, but again, both muscles around the ankle, so tibialis anterior and the the quad in the back, are very important muscle groups for stabilizing your lower body. Good. Let's keep going here. Again, focus on your posture. Sit up nice and tall. Should be slouched forward. Excellent. Good. And we'll do 3 more here. And last one. Perfect. In between our sets, we want to make sure to take a couple deep breaths. If you're thirsty, great opportunity to have some water. Usually you're resting about 30 seconds to a minute unless you need more. Okay? So again, focus on that posture. We are going to again do a second set of 15 repetitions if possible. If 15 is too demanding for you, start off with something like maybe 8 to 10 and then gradually work up over the weeks and the workouts that we do together. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one. Good. Perfect. Now we're going to work our way up a little bit and we're going to try to work some of the larger muscle groups in your legs. So we are going to start with your quadricep muscles. So you're going to sit back in your chair. So your back is firmly rested against the back of the chair. And if you have the option of resting your arms down, you can do that as well. What you're going to do is alternate extending your leg at the knee and then slowly back down. Perfect. Good. And same idea, we're going to do 15 of these. Excellent. Good. And we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Excellent. And other side, sit up nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one. Good. Take a quick break here in between our sets. Again, this is one of the larger muscle groups we're going to be working. And again, most people feel a little bit more tired, but this is one of the muscles that is very important in stability and balance, also in being able to walk around and stay independent, doing things on your own. So very important muscle group to hit, and that's why we're spending so much time on it. So sit up nice and tall, again, rest your arms on the chair. You're going to extend that leg at the knee joint and then back up. 3. Focus on your breathing here. So we're going to breathe out as we extend our leg and in on the way back in. Okay, we're halfway there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Excellent. Okay, standing up, sitting up nice and tall again, focusing on your posture. We'll switch to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one. I don't know about you guys, but I can really feel that today. Excellent. So we are going to make use of either a bender ball like this one right here that I have, or a small throw pillow. The idea is you're going to place either or between your knees like so on the inner thighs. You're going to rest your hands on your thighs or on your chair, and you're going to squeeze your knees together, holding for a count of 3, and then relax. Squeeze, and then relax. Squeeze, and relax. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And relax. Good. Excellent. So again, take some deep breaths in between your sets. Realize that everybody has different capabilities. If you're finding the 2 sets of 15 more difficult, try to do as many as you can, up to 15. And then once you've hit your mark and something that is challenging for you, stay there and then try to progress in future weeks. Okay. Now we're going to go on to the second set. And sit up nice and tall, squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one. Okay. All right, those adductors in there should feel pretty tight and tense right now, and that's great, and a good sign that you did a good couple sets of that exercise. Now, what we're going to do is move on to the core muscle groups now. So sitting up nice and tall, you're going to put a ball, or again, you can use a throw pillow. You can even just use your hand, and you're going to place it right palm of your hand on your left knee. What you're going to do is try to bring your knee up towards your chest while you're pushing your arm and specifically your hand down on the ball. So squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze, and 4, and Good, 5. Now you should feel this in the core area, your abdominal region. If you don't, essentially what's happening is you're probably just pushing with either just your arm or just your leg. So again, try to bring that knee up to the hand and the hand to the knee. Good. We have about 6 more here. And again, go at your own pace. If you find 15 too difficult, start out with 10 or maybe even 8. Good. And squeeze, and relax. Now we're going to switch sides, and we're going to do the same thing. So again, we're still using the abdominal muscles. We're just changing location, and maybe you feel a little more on this side. So lift that knee up and down, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Excellent, great job. Okay, we're going to shift the focus up a little bit to the upper body areas. What we're going to do is either make use of these cans, or you can use dumbbells like these ones I have here. Again, start off light and base things on how you feel. Again, an appropriate challenge is okay, but if it's too much where you can't do the exercise or you can't do it properly specifically, you shouldn't be using that weight. Okay, so with our cans, you're going to sit up nice and tall. You're going to curl your arms up to your shoulders and then slowly back down. 2, 3. Again, focusing on your breathing. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. 8, 9, 10. You're going to notice my posture is fantastic. I'm sitting up nice and tall, shoulder blades back, chest up and out, and chin slightly tucked in towards the chest. We're not rocking back and forth. Good. And last one. Perfect. Good. So we're going to take a break for a second or two here. Again, deep breathing, but what you'll notice is I'm trying to stress the proper form. It's great to do the exercise, but if you're doing it improperly, you're not getting the same benefit as someone who is doing it properly. So again, slow and controlled, full range of motion, and listen to your body. If 15 repetitions is too much, again, let's build up to that together. We'll start with what's manageable today, and next week, hopefully, we'll be able to move up a couple repetitions. Okay, so arms down by your sides again. You're curling up and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last one. Good. Excellent. Now I know they're only cans of chickpeas, but at the end of my 15, they actually do feel pretty heavy. Excellent. So we are going to either grab one of these bender balls if you have it, a throw pillow like so, or even just using the palms of your hands together, we're going to work our chest muscles. So arms are straight out front, ball in between the palms of your 2 hands. And what you're going to do is sit up nice and tall, and you're going to try to squeeze your hands together on the ball. Okay? So you're pressing one hand towards the other or one arm towards the other. 3, and relax. 4, and relax. 5, and relax. 6, 7, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, I'm starting to feel a little bit. Hopefully you guys are too. We're gearing down a little bit here, so we're going to do one more set of our chest exercise or a chest fly with the exercise ball, and then we're going to sort of cool down a little bit, doing a little bit of static stretching before we finish up. And we talked about that last week. We'll get into that a little bit more in about a minute. So, arms out. You're going to press your hands together and relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember to breathe in and breathe out every repetition. So breathe out and in. We have 5 more repetitions here. 3, 2, 1, and last one. Excellent. Good job, guys. Well, you might feel a little tense and tight all over, and that's why we're going to do our stretching. We want to make sure that we alleviate any of that tension so you're not sore later on today or even into tomorrow. Now, we are going to start out by stretching our lower body and move upwards towards the upper body muscle groups that we worked. So, first stretch we're going to do, you're going to extend your leg out in front, point your toes up towards your face or your chest, and you're going to bend a little bit at the waist. You'll feel a stretch in the back of your upper leg or your hamstrings, as well as your calf muscle too, so the back of your lower leg. And again, we're just going to a point of tension, but never pain. It should never hurt. We just feel a little bit of pull. We hold for 30 seconds, and then we release and go on to the next muscle group or joint. So we have about 15 more seconds here. Again, this is a great opportunity to cool down. So you want to focus on your breathing, constant breathing. Excellent, and we're going to switch sides, left foot forward, toes pointed up towards your chest if you can, or the ceiling. You're going to bend a little bit at the waist. Again, make sure you're far enough in your seat that you're not going to fall out of the seat and roll forward. And then you'll be feeling that in the back of your upper leg, as well as the calves, the lower leg, the back of the lower leg. And we have about 20 more seconds here. Fantastic, and another 10. And relax. Excellent. We are going to, at this point, try to stretch out some of the upper body muscles. So what we're going to do is take a straight arm out in front of you and across your chest. Come up underneath with your free hand, and you're just going to pull that arm towards your chest or upper body. Now you should feel the stretch in the back of the shoulder, in between the shoulder blades potentially. And again, we're always just going to that point of tension, a little bit of pull, and then we hold for 30 seconds and then relax. So we probably have roughly 15 seconds left here. And some breathing in and out while you're doing your stretching. It should be very low key, this part of the workout. Excellent, and relax. Other arm up and out and straight across. Bring the free arm up and just apply a little bit of tension, bringing the arm towards your chest. And again, focus on that deep breathing in and out. We're never holding our breath. And proper posture. We want to stand up nice and tall while we're doing the stretching. Fantastic. Okay. So what I want you to do at this point is you're just going to put your arms out to the sides, and you can see in most cases they're either going to be just in front or in line with your shoulders. What you're going to do is try to open up a little bit and bring the hands back past the shoulders. So again, everybody has a different range of motion. What we want to feel is a little bit of a pull in the chest or the front, the anterior part of your shoulder. So again, if this causes pain or discomfort, we don't want to be doing things like that. So you want to reduce the range of motion. Okay, so just feeling a little bit of pull, slight tension in those areas. And again, hold for 30 seconds. So we have roughly 15 seconds left. Stand up nice and tall here. Again, deep breathing in and out. Fantastic, and relax your arms. We're gonna stretch out our neck next. So again, loss of flexibility in the neck makes it very difficult to do some daily tasks. So the last time you had to look to back out of a driveway would be very limited if you don't have a good range of motion in the cervical spine. So essentially what we want to do is start by tilting your head to the left, bringing your left ear towards your left shoulder. And again, just to the point where you feel some pull. Great, and we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Focus on that deep breathing in and out. Again, this is the more relaxing portion of our workout, and we're just finishing up before you move on with the rest of your day. Good, and bend the right ear towards the right shoulder. Feel some pull in the left neck, left side of your neck or your traps. Deep breathing in and out. And relax. We're going to look down at the ground. You'll feel some tension in the back of your upper neck. So right just down in here, a little bit of pull. Good, and we're going to rotate our head to the left, just looking out over the left shoulder. Again, your range of motion might not be as good. Just go to the point that you can. Again, no pain, just a little bit of tightness in the neck perhaps. Good, and back to center, and look out to your right. Perfect. Good job, guys. So essentially, that's the end of today's class. Hopefully you can come and join me next week at the same time. So Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Get the word out, talk to friends from the day program or friends just yours if they're interested in taking part in an online live streamed exercise program. Make sure they get the information, and I hope to see you all again back here next week. All right, take care. Have a great week. Bye.